Hello everyone, and this is Miss Williston, and today we're going to be talking about representing numbers in different ways. Now, I used this smartboard lesson with my grade 2 class because they were having difficulty representing numbers in different ways. They thought, for example, that you could represent the number 3 by drawing 3 squares, 3 circles, and 3 triangles. So I made this lesson to review their prior knowledge on representing numbers in different ways, and to reinforce that we could show a number in all different kinds of ways without just using pictures. So here we'll move on to the second slide. So here I asked my students if I was showing the number 5 in 3 different ways, and they agree with me because I was using 5 stars, 5 lions, and 5 triangles. Now, I asked them what I was doing here. How was I showing them the number 5? And they said with using pictures. I then asked, if I'm using pictures to show the number 5 each time, was that really showing the number 5 in 3 different ways, or just one way, just with using pictures? And they agreed it was just one way. So here I agreed that we would go over all the different ways that we can show a number without just drawing the pictures or representing it symbolically. So here I move on to slide number 3. So on this slide I reviewed with them all the different ways that we can show numbers. So here we were representing the number 23 in different ways. So first I reviewed tally marks with them. This was a concept that we'd covered a few weeks prior, and so they knew that 1 strike down meant 1, 2 strikes down meant 2, 3, 4, and a strike all the way across meant 5. So we counted by groups of 5. So let's count together here. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, and then we add these 3 more. So 21, 22, 23. So they're showing the number 23 using tally marks. Next, we show it on the 10 frame. So this is knowledge that they gained in kindergarten at their school. And so we see here that we have 2 full 10 frames. And we know that on each 10 frame there are 10 spaces. So this must be 10, 20, and then we have 3 more in this 10 frame down here. So 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. So there was another way to show the number 23 without drawing pictures. Next, I told them that they could simply write out the words. So here I have it, the number 23 written out. So TWENTY-THREE. So we can write out the word just like this. Next, I told them that they could just write out the number. This is something that they already knew, but they didn't realize that this could be another way of showing the number 23. So here I just wrote out the numbers 2 and 3 to make 23. And next was the one that they had been waiting for, representing a number symbolically, or with pictures. So here I used baseballs, but you can use any kind of picture that you want. You could use cats or dogs or circles, or whatever you like. So here I have a set of 10, so 10, and then another set of 10 is 20, and we add 3 more down here, so 10, 20, 21, 22, and 23. And next I told them that we could use base 10 to show a number in a different way rather than just using pictures. Now this was knowledge that we had just gained a few weeks prior to this lesson, and so it was kind of new, but they knew that 1 rod was 10, and 1 unit meant 1. So we drew it out together. So here's 1 base 10 rod, another base 10 rod, so here's 10 and 20, and then we add 3 ones. So 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. So here's another way to show a number in a different way rather than just using pictures. And finally we have coins. So all the children knew that a dime was 10 cents, or 10, and that a penny meant 1. And so here we have 10, and then we add another 10, which is 20, and then we count on from there, 21, 22, 23. So there are a few ways to show numbers without using pictures. So here I moved on to the next slide, and I asked the students in my class to come up to the board and show me all the different ways that we could represent the number 16 without using just pictures, because they already knew how to do that. So here we take one of the dots over here and we put it into the 10 frame. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, oh, got away from me there, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. There we go. So we showed the number 16 on the 10 frame. So that means we just filled up one, we filled up the next row, and then one more for 16. And then I asked them to show me using the base 10. So here, we know that we need 10, and then we count on from 10, so we need 10, and then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Running out of room. So here's 10, a rod for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And here is another way down here at the bottom. So they could show me the number 16 using their coins. So a few of them decided that they wanted to use 16 pennies or 3 nickels and a penny. And I embraced it. I was glad that they were doing it in all different kinds of ways, and they really enjoyed that. However, I did explain that if they wanted to use coins, that they should only use it once if they were using on an assessment, which is what we had been using it for. So here we need 1 dime. So here's 10. Plus 5 more is 15. Plus 1 more is 16. So here are 3 different ways to show the number 16. Alright, and from here we moved on to the next slide, which was just a review of what they had already gained. And I guess I should have mentioned in the other one, I left room here at the bottom so they could write out the number 23 numerally, or they could write out the entire word. I left room for them down there for that. Alright, and so on this slide we just simply reviewed everything that we had gone over. So we reviewed our tally marks, which they could have used on the previous slide also. We could use a 10 frame to show the number. We can write the whole number out. We can write it out numerally, symbolically, or using pictures, using base 10, or using coins. And finally, we had our mini lesson for the day. And so we moved on to the in-class activity, where they showed me all of the different ways that they could show a number without just using pictures. And that's the end of the lesson. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye now.